The unseasonably cold weather continued over the weekend into today, and we've also seen some persistent lake effect of flurries. I think we've had about a half to 3/4 of an inch on the day here, a little more along lakeshore areas. 13 weather ball, though, is red. A little warmer weather ahead for the next couple of days, and this view sponsored by Countryside Greenhouse of Allendale. Temperatures stuck around 20 to the low 20s. Our average high is 33. We'll get closer to that here tomorrow. We forecast 23 today. From last night at 11, that came within 3 degrees of our forecast high, and that's 13 days in a row. We'll slowly slip down to around 12 above in the morning, maybe a peak or two at the sun as we climb up into the low 30s here tomorrow, a little closer to that average high of 33. Had a 1/10 of an inch out at the airport today, 11.8 for February, 57.4 for the winter season. That's about 3 inches below average. It's below average also in many locations with the exception of Lansing and Flint, and over toward Detroit. They may switch to a surplus later on this week, and also a deficit up north, Houghton Lake, Alpena, and now Marquette, where they're 3.8 inches below average for the season. There are those flurries overhead right now. As winds turn to the south overnight, we will see those diminish, and we'll just end up with cloudy skies throughout the day tomorrow and tomorrow night as well. Southerly winds really going to pick up on Wednesday through Thursday. They'll be out of the south, and that's going to bring up temperatures into the 40s. And as some precipitation breaks out Wednesday afternoon, it'll be in the form of rain. That's all green, that's all rain. And then it shifts off to the south and east. Briefly, a little bit of light snow towards daybreak on Thursday, depending on the model. Now, that snow comes back to the north on Thursday and then retreats on Thursday night. So we end up with some sunshine on Friday with lake effect flurries south of South Haven. Now, depending on the model, also depends on how much snow we will have. But let's talk about the rain coming through. This is about 3/4 of an inch of rain with temperatures in the 40s. That may cause the rivers to go up about a foot or two, and this is the snow on the tail end of that on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Watch what happens on Thursday with the European model. This is just in a 12-hour period. From Lansing over toward Detroit toward Friday morning, there could be 5 to 9 inches worth of snow, and again, very limited amounts off to the north and west. That's the European model. The American models are showing 18 inches over toward Lansing and Battle Creek with 14 here in Grand Rapids. 1.5 for 14, and the GFS is very similar, but we'll have to wait and see to where that track is exactly going to line up. I think it's going to be mostly to the south and east of Grand Rapids. But tomorrow we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. It'll become breezy later on in the afternoon, but temperatures will climb above freezing into the mid-30s. We'll be in the upper 20s to around 30 up north, so not quite up to snow melting temperatures, and we'll climb up into the low and mid-30s here in the greater Grand Rapids area, including 32. 13 on your side forecast. From 32 to 47 on Wednesday as that rain kicks on in. It becomes breezy and windy at the lakeshore. Winds will turn to the north with dropping temperatures and all that snow here on Thursday. The question is just how much. Over the weekend it will be colder, but we'll jump out of the 20s back to 40 plus starting on Sunday through a good portion of next week. Maybe some more rain the following Tuesday. At times winter winds out, sometimes spring does.
It is that time of year.
It is getting there.
All right, thanks, George.